Hi, this is our final project of digital system. I am Lu Tingyu and my partner is Deng Zhongyu. And our table of content is for two games. The first is for the slot machine, and it is game 1, and game 2, it is Guess Who's Bigger, is a game for kids. Okay, so now I'm gonna to introduce game 1 at first. It's the slot machine game. And many years ago, I went to Macau for a short trip, and there are some casino everywhere. And cause the time I went there, I think I was only like 16 or 15, so I can't go to the casino. And fortunately, I got a pick on the casino inside, and there are many kinds of games, but I still can understand now these days. So the only one I know and I understand is the slot machine. So, but it seems like not very easy to win. So I decided to design a slot machine not for easier one and for like more fair. Okay, so I designed this game and I'm gonna teach you how to play it. First, there are 6 panels and 2 panels in the group, like there are 3 groups. Okay, so each group has the same speed for showing numbers. Okay, so I can spread it into 2. It's okay for person 1 and person 2. And the first in person 1 and 2 has the same speed, and the second one has the same, the third one also has the same. So there are 3 speeds in my game. Okay, so every casino has a control switch, just the near become, and it has the relative position near the switch. So one switch can control 1 number. Okay, that's 1 switch for 1 number. So 6 switches for 6 numbers. Okay, and then first, all the switches should be shut down for 0, and when you press it up, it turns to 1. And when it turns to 1, the number will keep going. So it just shows the number when you press it. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you my designing details. First, the right one, the number 1 in the right side, it can change for which game. When the switch is for 1, it's for game 2. And of course, when it was 0, it is game 1. Okay, in this slot machine games, the 6 numbers, you can decide it you're win or lose. So when you wins, it shows Taebak. Taebak is a Korean noun. It's a Korean, and it means like very great, amazing, awesome in English. Okay, so the reason we choose Korean is because the LED shows the shape really fits Korean words, and it is like simple words we can use in our daily life. We can hear it because in Taiwan, I think many people listen to Korean songs. Maybe, for me, I do listen to Korean songs. Okay, so when you fail the game, it shows like is a like laughing sounds for when you're losing or it is funny. It's just like a sounds for ha ha ha. So it is familiar in just laughing in every country, just sounds same. Okay, so after finishing game 1, I'm gonna to introduce game 2. The motivation for game 2 is this year for January and February. I work in the crime school in winter vacation, and the students I teach is a grade 1, and I teach them for how to learn for how to count numbers from 1 to 10 and how to plus numbers just in plus numbers. I think 1 plus 9 is the biggest, so just in smaller than 10. And after for a month, I teach them how to figure out if like 16 or 18, which is bigger, to fit out the bigger one in 2 numbers. So they gave me the idea for designing this game for students because they're very small. They can't concentrate themselves just concentrating on the textbook for a long time. So I decided to design this game. I think it can help them for like playing, like studying how to figure out which number is bigger during in the game. So I think it would be better for telling them to concentrate in just on the book. Yeah, this is my designing idea. Okay, so after telling my motivation and designing idea, I'm gonna tell you how to play. So first, there are 2 players in this game, player 1 and 2. Player 1 shows the 3 numbers on the left, and of course, the 3 numbers on the right is player 2. Okay, so 1 digital runs slowest and the 10th goes faster, and the 100 one goes fastest. So it shows the ones, and then the tens, and then the hundreds. Okay, so there are 2 black buttons on the right side of the board. The down, the lower one, for press it once, and you can stop for 1 number. So first player 1 should press it 3 times, and then for player 2 for 3 times. So it shows that the 2 of numbers, and it can compare the size of the number for 2 players to determine who is the winner. And the board will show who is the winner in the middle of the board, the 3rd and the 4th one. So it will show 1p or 2p, means player 1 or player 2. Okay, so for the designing details, the 2 players will turn times to pause the numbers. Okay, so first ones, tens, and the hundreds, as I said. So press the first time for start, and then equals like player 1, player 2. Okay, so after player 2 pauses the last number, it will flash for several times, and then shows that which player wins the game. Oh, if it accidentally with just 2 for a tie, it will show like 2 lashes, and shows it and you can play it again for the restart. And the result button, when you press it down, remember to press it for the pause button for 1 more time to turn the numbers back. Okay, so let's keep going. And I bring this 2 games to my cram school when I was for work, and I gave it for little children about 10 years old, I think, and I show them how to play it. I teach them how to play. So now look at the videos. Okay, first I'm gonna introduce, this is our final project, and now it is downloading. And first I'm gonna introduce game 1, and now okay, I'll show you. First it started like this, and press it. It is 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 switches, and equals for each spaces over here. Okay, so now when I switch it to 1, the numbers stop. Okay, so now I'm gonna stop it. Okay, so I failed because every numbers are different, so it just and if I got all numbers at once at the same time, okay, it's a little hard for this, and it will show 대박, like the starting for over here. Okay, this is for restart, so I can stop it when any else I like it. And if I just show all the numbers the same one, it will show 대박. It is in Korean. And now I'm gonna introduce game 1, the other game. And this one is for restart. And once I press this, I press the down, the button down. So when I press once, the numbers stop. Okay, so the first one number is 660, and now it's a second player. It shows 917, so the player 2 wins, and it shows player 2. Okay, and if I want to play again, just restart, and it comes out again. 我先哦，好，按这颗它就会暂停。1、2、3，好，所以我是多少？600。43。好，你要想办法比我还要大。一样按这个。对，按这个。哦，你是多少？686。我跟你谁打？你大，那它就显示你赢了，因为你是后面的嘛，你是第2个。第2颗一直播，播就好了。对，播到第6颗啊，你要想办法让它数字一样。3、4、5、6，对，这颗开始播，播6颗就够，6颗就好了，对，6颗就好。好了，下午那第3个。往上播。好，你是4，你要想办法让全部都变成4。 直播，一直播，对，很快。哇，你被他笑了，科是笑的意思。好，我们继续，因为失败了。好，再来一遍。我先哦，1、
企鹅是横弯来变弯。
2、3，好，我是607，换你。
好，啊，金鱼呢？
你是多少
820。
所以你还我赢。
不是鱼类。
我赢。
你赢对不对？现在显示你赢。
进行二分法是对的，但不是同一套，所以同一套大家就来看。啊，每次分都是用二分法分类是对的二分法分类框起来。所以这句话是错在同一套。好，再来选择适当的分类标准。对啊，你不能用同一套啊，你要使用适当的分类标准。
你就是失败了，他在笑你。So there are some feedbacks for my little childrens, and they told me that it's very easy for all ages. They could teach their sisters or brothers how to play, and it only needs a short time to understand the rules. It is fun and very new for them. They think it's like, wow, interesting, especially for the little child in grade 1. Okay, but they tell me one thing to change is the number changes too fast. It is a little bit too fast for them to look at the numbers, so they can't really control which numbers they really want for. And after discussing with some partner, we got some reflection. First, we can increase the connectivity between the two games, and we can design some game levels for easier, harder. Yeah, it's like app games on the phone. It can have levels. Okay, and we can use the LED, just up the switch for like using LED to record scores or like showing who is the winners. And we can add the controller to establish the third mode as the record of previous games, so we can have records reminding. I think it's a very good idea. Okay, this is our division of work and it shows it on the PPT. This is the end of our report. Thank you for listening.